In today's video, let's talk about homes that are on the flood zone. And there are three things that I would like you to consider: how to find whether the house is in the flood zone or not, whether it affects the home value, and lastly, how much does it cost for the insurance, the flood insurance. And I'll share with you my personal opinion, not a professional opinion at the end, whether I would consider a home on the flood zone or not. Welcome back to Sean Realty Podcast. So there are a couple ways to find out whether a house is on the flood zone or not. One is on the FEMA map. FEMA map. If you see that there's like a range of areas, whether there's like 100 floodplain type of graphics, and 100 flood zone means there's like 1% of chance that the house can flood, or in 100 years there's a chance that it could flood. And in that case, a lot of times when you try to get a mortgage, the mortgage company will require a flood insurance. So a good way to check is sometimes the listing agent will share this. Hey, this listing is on the flood zone, so you need additional like $1,100 for the flood insurance. That's what the current owner is paying right now. It's an obvious one. You can find out that way. The other way to find out is talking to an insurance agent. Now, insurance agents, they have a better data than what's available out there. So when you shop for the homeowner's insurance, they can check on specific properties. And the mortgage lenders are not going to obviously give out a loan on a home without the flood insurance. And so they're going to require, and they may have some better information depending on the lenders. Now, if you're making a cash offer, there's some things like not requiring for the loan. So you may actually skip that over and overlook that information. That could be sort of like a loss to you. The other thing is you can ask your agent, and you can ask the seller's agent, you can ask the seller. And some states may require this to be disclosed in the seller's disclosure form. And as a seller, in my point of view, if you have something like this, always disclose and disclose and disclose more, because property disclosure is one of the main reasons why home sellers get sued. I don't want you to get sued. Now, the second point, does it affect the home value? Now, there's no clear answer to this, but based on the size of the buyer pool, and certain buyers have certain like risk tolerance rates and level. So based on that thought, some people are going to be scared, and they're not going to consider it when they find out the house is on the flood zone. So it concludes to, in my opinion, yes, it does affect the home value. By how much, there's no clear answer to that. And depending on whether the whole neighborhood is that, or it's next to like swampland, or whether it's next to a creek or not, it varies. But in my opinion, it does affect the home value negatively, because the pool of the buyer size is that equates to the home value, in my opinion. So the pool of size is going to be smaller, meaning it's going to have lesser value. Now, how much does it cost to have the flood insurance? So what I've seen in the past, it's anywhere between like $1,000 or $1,800 a year. So just roughly about $100 extra a month to pay for the flood insurance. Obviously, this is going to change depending on the risk. I'm guessing if you're buying somewhere in Florida, where just regular homeowners insurance is like, I hear $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, and on top of that they get a lot of hurricane every year. And so my guess is that their flood insurance is going to be way higher than what I just mentioned. And I'm talking in 2024. So if you're watching this in 2065, I might be gone by then, so don't sue me or make an issue against me, but it's going to be way more expensive then. Like everything else, it just gets more and more expensive. Now, lastly, should I buy? Now, this is not a professional opinion, so talk to your real estate agent or your mortgage lender or your Uncle Joe. But in my opinion, if the house is like right next to the creek, that I'm buying that for the water view or lake or beach, I would take the risk because your lifestyle, seeing the water every day is going to be the best thing, and you're buying that house just for that. Just bite the bullet, pay the insurance. But if you don't have that, then now it boils down to whether that house is has the right value or not. Am I getting a good deal or not? That will help me to determine whether I'm willing to pay $100, $200 extra a month for the flood insurance. So in my opinion, I personally like water. So personally, if the house is next to like a nice sized creek where I can fish, and because of that, it has like stilts foundation, not the concrete foundation. You'll find this like stilts foundation where it floods a lot, and I'll be okay with that. But in a regular residential without the water, I'll be thinking pretty hard about buying that property. And so hopefully this will give you enough information about home buying process with a home that's on flood zone. And I'm going to put the link for the FEMA map so you can see how to check that and then understand. And there's going to be some more information. Whatever I find, I'm going to link it. So thank you for watching this video. Share with your friend who might be thinking about buying. And if you're looking to sell or buy in Oregon, I'm here to help answer any of your questions. If you hit the like button and subscribe, it will really help my channel. So if you've done that, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.